The prop department is responsible for acquiring, creating, and managing all the physical props that are needed for the production. These props can be anything from furniture and decorations to weapons and food. On our 8-week show production, we will have a dedicated prop master and an assistant to handle all of the props required throughout the production. We will also require the use of weapons for our action scenes during the filming of the project. With numerous small and intricate items to manage, it will be critical to ensure that sufficient time is allocated for careful organization and handling of the props. Our prop master will have 3 weeks of pre-production, 8 weeks of principal photography. The prop master will have an additional week to oversee the removal and return of all props, as well as the final organization and storage of any remaining props. Standard fringes to be added. The assistant prop master will have 3 weeks of pre-production. Following the completion of 8 weeks of principal photography, the assistant prop master will have an additional week to help the prop master with the returns and final organization and storage of all props. For our props rentals, we will allocate a budget of $10,000 to cover the costs of renting all necessary props for the production. For props purchases, we will set aside $10,000 to cover the costs of acquiring any props that cannot be rented or that would be more cost-effective to purchase. When your show involves scenes with guns, bullets, and other weapons, we will enlist the services of a professional weapons handler to provide and oversee the safe handling, use, and storage of all weapons. The weapons master is responsible for ensuring that all weapons are properly licensed, registered, and have obtained all necessary permits. The cost of ammunition can vary based on the type of bullet used, and whether it is a quarter or full load. It is important to manage your ammunition budget carefully since guns can be fired quickly and frequently during production, and the cost of ammunition can go up very much, pretty fast. Firing weapons on a film set can be dangerous if not done properly, so it is important to adhere to local regulations and safety requirements to ensure the safety of everyone involved in the production. The regulations and safety requirements vary depending on the location and jurisdiction of the set, so it is important to research and comply with all applicable laws and regulations. To ensure the authenticity of the scenes, our project requires that 10 guns be fired throughout the show, with the use of full-load ammunition preferred by our director. Therefore, we should allocate a budget of $10,000 for the use and handling of these weapons in the prop department. This budget should include the cost of the weapons themselves, as well as any necessary personnel, ammunition, permits and licenses. To cover the cost of the prop master box rental fee, we can add a budget of $150 per week. For the purchase of materials and supplies, we should allocate a budget of $500. This will cover any stationary supplies that are required by the prop department. To account for any loss or damage to items in the prop department, we should add a budget of $1,500. Let's move on to the picture vehicle department.